No, this is not a gold digging video where I'm going to be telling girls where to find wealthy guys to use their resources. I just get asked on a daily basis, Anastasia, how at such young age you've built such an incredibly high profile network around you. How are you constantly surrounded by so many powerful, wealthy men? How do you get into these circles? How do you get invited to these private, luxurious events? How am I always surrounded by the wealthiest people everywhere I go? The truth is, almost never since the beginning, I look at these men romantically. I look at them as friends. I look at them as role models. I observe them and I learn so much from them. And throughout the years, I realized that sometimes it's so miserable to be a billionaire because almost nobody, almost no women care for the person you are. Women care about your lifestyle. They fall in love with your lifestyle, not with you. And because every single man around me is a very successful, very powerful person, it is hard to impress me with planes, with private boats, with like crazy apartments and mansions. I truly don't care. Like, you can show me insane toys that you have. Literally indifferent, literally has no value for me. What truly impresses me is how down to earth you stay as a person when you have all this abundance. How nicely you treat people around you, how classy you are, how you act towards other people, how big your heart is. Honestly, it's the hottest thing in the world where you're so powerful. You can own anything you want, but you don't make it your biggest flex. You don't make it your identity. Yes, you're wealthy. Yes, you have all these opportunities. Yes, you have the freedom, but that does not identify you. Women literally don't understand that for a wealthy man to spend money on you is like the easiest thing that they can do. For them to send you go shopping or fly you somewhere, book you an apartment or a room somewhere, it's like nothing. Literally like nothing. They spend this money, they make the same money in an hour. When he spends money on you, it does not mean that he cares about you. Girls go crazy with this lifestyle and the beautiful, luxurious things. Girl, it's not yours. It's always his. It is always his and will be his. It's the same thing. He would fall in love with you because you have a cat. Okay? Like, it is your cat. It will always be your cat. But he falls in love with you and your life and wants to be with you because you have this cat. He does not care. You know when he cares? Is when he prioritizes time for you to be with you and he checks on you throughout his busy day. They value you when they connect emotionally with you. It's the most expensive thing they can provide, emotional vulnerability. Before we start talking about where and how to meet billionaires, let's just quickly talk about answering the question, why do you need that guy in your life? Why do you want to attract them? Seriously, be brutally honest with yourself at least. You want to marry a rich guy, you want to date for fun, you want to experience the lifestyle and have all these luxurious things. You need help with something financially, like answer it for yourself. Now, when you answered that question, ask yourself, why does this man needs you in his life? Women have such crazy expectations about men. It is crazy that girls literally are waiting for Prince Charming on a white Rolls Royce to knock their door. But babe, are you up to this man's level? No, seriously, why would a man who can have any woman in the world would choose you? I'm not trying to bring you down. I'm just trying to say that there's so much work to be done and it's so beautiful. There's so much to work on internally for you as a woman on a daily basis to become better and better. So you can stop going to all these places, sit and look for guys, but instead to start working on being a woman that these guys need, literally need, not just want, need in their life, that helps, that adds something into their life. In order for him to see you seriously, you cannot just take from his lifestyle and to have benefits from his life. You have to add something to his life. And being on the same level with your man does not mean to be rich. Oh my God. It means to be kind, to be giving, to be educated, to be emotionally intelligent, to make him feel safe, to be a safe place for him, where he wants to come back, where he wants to be. If you want to be in a higher society, it is extremely important to know etiquette, to act classy. Because when you are with him and he's with you, you both represent each other. You represent him, he represents you. If you embarrass yourself, you also embarrass him. It will sound harsh, but these guys right away, when they meet you, they put you either in a have fun box or a serious relationship girl box. The world of wealthy men and pretty women is not a fairy tale. It's a harsh world. It's a harsh environment where people judge, where people are so mean sometimes, and you have to be strong enough as a woman. How do I know? I had to go through all of that. Sometimes after an event, I would go home and literally cry. I felt so nasty and empty after being around some people. That's why it's so important to be a smart woman and to know how to protect yourself, to know your boundaries, because if you are not confident enough, if you don't know how to stand up for yourself, how to behave and how to act, people are going to eat you alive. And that's not only in a higher society, that's everywhere, babe. Like seriously, you need to protect yourself. Who's going to tell you this if not me? Don't be mad at me. But at the same time, if you choose to be in this society, I don't want you to close your heart because love exists. There is good people. It's just very rare. Because in order to be very successful, you have to become at some point emotionally unavailable. You have to close your heart and work freaking hard. But a woman with a closed heart is a miserable woman. Not just a woman, a man too. Now, if you're still listening, if you're still with me and you work on yourself, you are yourself, secure woman, you want to meet billionaires. Where do you meet them? No, but I can't go to all of these places. You need to be rich to go to all of these places. No, you don't, especially as a woman. You just need to be a smart woman, a nice woman. When you are a woman, that carries so much power itself, you don't understand. Men always want nice and beautiful women around them. Nobody will ever ask you to pay for anything. But in order to get invited and to go to these places, you need to really work on your communication and relationship building skills. Babe, I'm going to remind you, I come from a culture where people don't smile. If you smile on the street, you're weird. Slavic face is a very famous thing. Like, seriously, we don't smile. You go in a luxurious restaurant in Moscow, when you walk in, they're going to look at you like this. Top to bottom. When women look at you like this, it's one of the best feelings. It means that there's everything right with you. Everything is more than okay with you. But when I moved to America and the culture here is completely different, everyone has these small talks, everybody is so nice and friendly. I had to really work on myself and my personality because here I was considered mean and cold. I love my culture because we are very straightforward. We don't hide anything. We just tell you everything straight to your face. I'm never gonna bullshit you. But here, the rules are different. I see it all the time when Slavic women, they walk in, they have the face, like they just don't look approachable. They don't look friendly. No man wants to be rejected. In order for them to come up and even make a connection to start talking to you, you at least need to show them that you're friendly, that you are, happy, open for it. Also, my connections and my network didn't happen overnight. It's not like I woke up one day and started getting to all these places. I live in the US for 7 years, and now I'm finally at the point where I go to like the best restaurants in New York and Miami, and I definitely will see people that I know. I will say hi to them. But it's day by day. You collect people, you build relationships with them, you care for them, because you never know who will invite you where. Sometimes you think, I don't care, I will never see this person ever again, and you will see how this person will appear in your life and you will actually need him. So don't be a bitch. Most of the times it works against you. I already said it before, but I'm going to give you the most important advice, literally. Stop looking at every man you meet romantically. Stop looking at them as they are your potential boyfriends. Like, stop judging them based on that criteria. It's going to make your life so much easier. When you meet a man or a woman, doesn't matter. It's a person. It's just a person. Judge them based on how they are as a person. That will help you to move your focus to build genuine and platonic relationships and connections. Babe, being friends with them and being a good person opens so many doors for you. And you don't need to sleep with men to get things. No woman should ever take her clothes off just because she feels like she owes something to a man. I'll give you an example. A few days ago, I went with my best friend. She got invited by her male friend to Zizi's, which is like one of the most private membership clubs in Miami. So we sit in this private room where there's a lot of tables, a lot of people. We had lunch. And then these 3 guys sit in front of me. They literally look at me and at her like they want to start talking to us. So eventually we started talking. They were like, where are you from? What are you doing? This and that. They were very respectful. We exchanged numbers. And now this new friend of mine, a very, very powerful man, is inviting me to an opening of another restaurant in Miami. So you see how it works? You get invited somewhere where you meet someone, and that someone is probably going to invite you somewhere else. And today I'm going to be open. I'm going to be talking to so many people. I'm going to be smiling, and I will make 10 new friends. But how do you get to all these expensive places? Is by building a network of people who go there, who are members there, who get invited there. And you can be their +1. Men will want you. They will crave you around them if you're nice to be around. Leverage your network. Not just men, also women. It is very hard to meet great girlfriends who can look at you not as a competitor, not to be jealous, but great girls. But I'm lucky enough to say that when I changed inside, when I became a girl's girl, I started attracting these kind of girls into my life where you can talk to them, learn something from them, communicate with them, build relationships. But please, I beg you, stop going to places and acting like you're sitting there and waiting for someone to pick you up. If you go to all these places, enjoy your company, enjoy your time. You're there with your girls. You're not fishing. Please don't act desperate. Please don't act like that. I beg you. You can see that. You literally see those kind of women. So enjoy your life. Enjoy your company, but enjoy it in the right places where you both can intersect. Think about your dream partner, okay? Where is he going? Where might he be going? Where are those places that he spends his free time? You need to find a place where you both meet. It's not going to be your home, babe. Get out of your house. Read about Billionaires' social calendar. It's an open information where you can go and see month by month all these events, all these places that these people go to and the places that they attend. Honestly, it's so funny. It's the same people. It's the same places. You can make memes out of it. It is that funny. It's literally the same crowds, same places, same hotels, same restaurants, same circles. Just read about it. If you don't know, if you've never been exposed to it, read about St. Bart, St. Moritz, Milos Carbone, Noble, read about these places. Another example, Art Basel just finished in Miami. I was avoiding all these house parties, crazy rave parties, because I know I'm not gonna meet my dream partner on these. Sometimes he gets fucked up too, but most likely I will not be able to talk to him, to communicate with him. So I prefer meeting people during the day, to go to lunches in nice hotels, where you can meet a person, you can communicate, you can talk, because when you meet the same person but in different conditions, it can be two different people. During Art Basel, everybody was here. Literally, I was going to places and I was saying hi like 100 times a minute. But I also met insane amount of new people, incredible people that are calling me, texting me now, like, how are you doing? How you been? It takes time to develop a relationship, but it has to go both ways. You have to care too. And honestly, I used to think that men always should text first. But now when I just met a person, I can easily text him a message and be like, I'm thinking about you. How are you today? How are you feeling? I became so secure and confident that now it doesn't bother me. Also, stop working at home on your computer if you can go to all these coffee shops and nice locations, hotel lobbies. Also, not just random coffee shop across the street, but for example, in New York, Ralph's Coffee in Upper East Side. It's a very classy, it's a very beautiful, expensive place. Also, don't just isolate yourself in your computer. Show people that you are open to talk, If you can't go to St. Bart's for New Year's celebration, that's totally fine. Just look in your city. What are the nicest places for celebration? The nicest locations where you can be. Just stop making those excuses. I was 16 when I went to New York alone, and I was managing to get into all these fashion shows and events and locations. Nobody knew about me. I didn't have any invitation, but I was there. You know why? Because if a person wants something badly enough, he will always get it. He will always be there if he cares enough. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. You just don't want this enough. Now think workouts, gyms, golf, horseback riding, paddle, tennis. If you cannot afford it, split it with your girlfriend. Split with 4 girlfriends for paddle. Just go and watch. Just go and explore. Don't play. Don't pay. Just go there. But don't go to find someone. Go and see if you actually like it for yourself, just to figure out maybe you can find a new hobby. And how beautiful and how magical it is when you have a hobby, this guy has a hobby, and you both meet because you both have a hobby. Now let's talk about how to really stand out from other women. It's absolutely mandatory that you look clean, you look fresh, you look polished. Your hair is always fresh, your nails are fresh, your makeup is done softly and naturally. You wear old money, classy looks. Old money style is actually so simple. It doesn't have to be Laura Piana head to toe. It just has to be simple and elegant. Don't try to be sexy. Don't try to look sexy to be sexy. The sexiest thing about you is what comes out of your mouth. Don't try to impress anyone anywhere you go. Don't try to impress anyone. Be authentic. Just be you and your person. He will find you. He will start talking to you. You will see. But please, one thing I beg you, never in your life have an audacity to teach a very powerful man. I see that all the time when girls have an audacity to start teaching a guy who is very successful in business or trading something about that topic. It's so embarrassing, I want to die. When she's trying to prove something to him about politics or religion, like, oh my God, that's a war. They stop seeing you as a woman. They start seeing you as an opponent, as a man. They literally start like arguing you as you are a man, because man needs one thing: to win. How to truly stand out from other women? Educate yourself on the topics that they really care about so that you can support a conversation. Like, for example, business. Stay informed about AI and tech innovations, e-commerce. Learn basics about the investments, stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies, real estate market, hedge funds. Understand fine dining and etiquette. Explore timeless classics, philosophical concepts. Like, I don't know, read about green technologies, environment and climate solutions. So many things to learn, babe. You're not going to be bored. And instead of all of that self-development, all you care is, where can I meet a guy? Where can I find a guy? There's so many ways to make your own life and your own personality interesting so that you're not searching, you're attracting. So to sum up this video, why do I talk so much about billionaires and wealthy men? Well, first of all, they're a different type. And they're very interesting for me because they're insanely smart. They're very unique. They all have so much to learn from. But baby girl, not every rich man is a Prince Charming. There's so many wealthy guys that are arrogant, narcissistic, emotionally unavailable, and crazy. And you need to choose yourself and walk away, because if you choose money, you will always pay with a lifetime trauma. You want to choose this luxurious lifestyle? Great, but your mental health is going to decline very fast. Money cannot fix bad habits, bad behavior, and bad people. Be realistic about what wealth can offer and cannot offer in a relationship. Always choose yourself, girl, no matter how much money there is on the table. And maybe you're not going to be a billionaire, but you can definitely be very wealthy as a woman yourself. You don't need these guys to survive and to live a beautiful life. You can create it for yourself. I proved that to myself. And there's no better feeling when you can afford something yourself. You worked for it. You bought it for yourself. It's a completely different value. And thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this video. I really appreciate every and each one of you. I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. But before I say goodbye, remember, today is your day. Bye. Love you.